So a friend called me a few nights ago in a panic. Friend was frantic. He was full of anxiety. I couldn't really understand what friend was saying. And friend said, Eddie, I need you. I need you to help me. I don't know what to do. But for some reason, friend just couldn't get the words out of what was going on. So I said, friend, just stop and just come over. We're going to figure this thing out. I want you to tell me what happened in person. So my friend came over and starts telling me what's going on. And it turns out that friend had a test on Saturday morning. But not just any test, an impossible test, a huge test, the test of all tests. It was a class my friend was taking that would determine their very future, their very fate. So I said, friend, I don't know what to tell you. I've never taken this class before. But I can tell you how I used to pass the class I take. It was no help to my friend. Still frantic, still crying, still full of anxiety, my friend left. And before my friend walked out the door, my friend said, Eddie, I want you to pray for me. I said, sure, friend, whatever. So friend went home that night and friend cried. Friend cried friend self to sleep for hours. And when friend woke up the next morning, something magical would happen. Friend stumbled upon this bag on the way to the bathroom. Friend tripped over a bag. So friend looks down at this bag and picks the bag up, opens the bag, and in the bag is a book. But not just any book, a magic book. So friend calls me and says, friend, Eddie, I found this book, a magic book, and you never gonna guess what's in it. I said, what, friend? Friend said, I think these are the answers to the questions on the test. I said, what the? Friend, where you get that? How you get that book? Friend said, this is the book they gave me on the first day of class. I said, what the? I said, friend, you gotta stop what you're doing right now and read this book from front to back. Memorize the answers and then you'll pass the test. My friend shockingly did just that. Took the whole Friday. Read this book from cover to cover. And all of a sudden her worries went away. So Saturday comes, and just like we thought, friend passed the test. Boom, bang, boom. Me and my friend celebrated by going to one of those parties that are during the day. You know, the ones that serve fried chicken and waffles and endless mimosas. So our night had ended at approximately 4:30 p.m. Me and friend parted ways. I was tired. Went home and took a nap. And I had this question that kept ringing in my mind over and over and over again. And I remember my friend asked me to pray for me. Pray I pass this test. And then friend finds the book with the answers to the test. And that was part of the question. But the voice was so low, I couldn't hear it. And I kept leaning into myself to hear this message. You know when you hear something you can't hear, so you sort of lean forward. And every week, the voice would get higher, 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 but it just wasn't high enough for me to hear. Until one day, I leaned in to myself just a little bit further, and I heard it. And the voice said, what if you're praying for blessings you already received?